Yeah, Bunny, I gotta address this right now. Good morning anyway, Sin. And good morning to everybody on the platform, whether they run and about or anyway one day. Bunny, a reggae music me I sing from me a little picnic. And I play Nyabingi and I chant Nyabingi. Sin, you understand me? A different thing you are the Bunny. Saying and everything you do, you come on platform, come talk about that. Saying, and right now, everybody has say you're the biggest informer on YouTube. Saying, enough things you talk about it. Saying, people say you're informed on all your own self. Saying you inform, you chat everybody business on social media.
Man, I miss a rat poison to somebody. Me kill Gaza rat, gully side rat. Rat war boss AK, rat war boss Glock. Rat war bun high grade, grab a Captain Black. Me yet say rat them wicked and that. All in I town then their vehicle, me see bugger them a stop. Then over two a gully back, then Black Road a two sister rock. All up a church, me see rat pan choir they clap. I take all communion round a back. Rat a boss AK, rat a boss Glock. Rat a do daggering master pan me virgin whatnot. Me virgin lock down in shop, so rat near me down say nah pay rat tax. All vehicle me say rat in I town a stop. Rat have 10-year visa, bump me say rat a squeeze out a rat fear with tweezer. Rat, roach and hands. Me kill black hands, red hands, pickle me clans, all the minister of finance. Who say rat? Who say rat? Me a rat poison, food poison, crook lizard poison, man poison. If you lay yourself careless, all you get poison. Who say rat? Alright, top me I go top chat. If you miss a chop now in car, miss a black.
Show them.
Hear that?
Show them your product.
Rat poison, me a tears and buy. Gaza rat, gully side rat. Big rat, small rat. Me kill all token rat. Rat bat. Rat who go to door and watch everything where you got. One rat poison lick him down flat. If you miss a chop round here, you can't miss a black. A launch you attack. Token rat, 2-foot rat. Any type of rat. Tears and buy. You hear that?
Yes.
This station, the slave station, is no police station, no train station, no bus station. Calling all bad slaves from long gone till nigh. Slaves that recognize their culture, never bend, never bow. Never listen to Babylonian philosophy, but interested in mother earth and mother life and mother liberty. All bad slaves tune in to the badass station, JahBunny station.
I hear many man call other man agent. I hear it on the mainland, which is North America where I man reside. USA they call it. USA the corporate LLC, United States of America, the LLC. And I hear it on the island now. And I look for other man and I call man agent. Man, they all across the water. On the island. Britannia. UK. Man down in the island. Man a agent. What is an agent? I will try to express what I have found out. Remember, I'm speaking from I am. That means I can only speak the truth. And I am not speaking of myself. All right. We are all agents. Agents either to our success, prosperity, victory, and triumph, or to our own destruction. One of the tenets of the new faculties is anything that is must be stricken, blown to smithereens, trashed, casted out. We as Rasta must become disassociated with anything that is anti-self. Anyhow, I digress for a moment. An agent, we are all agents. Then also that we are all agents. You see, when you get on this social media thing, and you argue and you fuss and you fight, and you set up a tribunal court, and then the court turn into some kind of circus or individual intention. The court's supposed to balance with justice and truth and equal rights. And then we begin to rant and rave and talk this and talk that and hear with business. All we are doing is creating content or data or information. This is an AI war. 2 AI is fighting this war. And when we put things on any of these medias, you best believe, say, is information. Whoever control WhatsApp is controlling all the information. Whoever control YouTube is controlling all the information. Whoever is controlling whatever platform you believe that you create, you're an agent for them, not knowing it. This is called an adhesion contract or an adhesion relationship. It's a relationship that we involve ourselves in, not even realizing that we're involving ourselves in a relationship. We believe that we're on social media and we're speaking freely, but we are giving them information so that they can use it to create their artificial intelligence. So when we are on a platform, we are exercising actual, natural, common, universal intelligence. So we ought not fling words like, say, this man a agent and that man a agent and all this foolishness. And I'm not calling the person that is saying this a fool, you know. I say it's foolishness for us to be arguing, fussing and fighting about trivial matters that has nothing to do with our liberation. AI. 2 AI is at war. 1, artificial intelligence. 2, African intelligence. The 2 of them are AI. 1 is superior than the other. The new faculty is standing in I am. So I know which intelligence I is, you know. I know so it's not artificial. That's why I don't put things in my body that have artificial color, artificial flavor, artificial this, GMO that, bioengineered this. I don't put none of that in my body because there's nothing in me that is artificial. People do not become discombobulated over the term new faculty of thinking. Think about it. Thinking is very simple. We have to think new in order to get new. Now, we are so used to being spoon-fed. Well, the definition of new faculty of thinking is thus and thus and thus, and what it entails is thus and thus and thus, and this is what it is. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's not the new faculty. That's not how it works. When Kumi told International Rastafari Ambassador that there must be a new faculty, that's the only thing that will save us. Him never look upon the man and him just knew this in my heart. You have to remember, you know, I saw Rasta used to trad vibration we use. Rasta man Vibrations, yeah. What? Negative? Really? Live up you wanna live. I and Irish and yeah. What? Negative? No, man. Rastaman vibration is positive vibrations. So all of this flapping of the mouth and trying to make a point, it is not necessary. Let us calm our spirits. I'm on a scorpion, you know. That means say, a whole heap of poison me have, you know. But me a water. And November 2nd, me born, you know. So every time Rasta people, I heal up His Majesty and coronation of His Majesty and all of this. It's I man earth strong them depend. That's why me no buy gifts for people from my earth strong. Me no want nobody give me nothing. Cause me born every breath me take is a new me coming in. In breath, new me. Out breath, old me. In breath, new me. Out breath, old me. So my birthday is every time me breathe, me get a birthday. Me born every breath me take. New faculty of thinking as that's how it there. We are renewed moment by moment. We are at our strongest strength and awareness in the moment of time, not the seconds, the milliseconds, the minutes, the hours. I keep speaking these things. Oh, I know this. Because Joshua made this come in at the high of the storm. I'm not there in the bands. A whole heap of destruction out there. Me in the eye of the storm. And this a Rastafari dwell in peace and love. One perfect peace. One perfect love. Bobo right. Naya Bingi right. 12 tribe right. Orthodox right. The Organization of African States right. Organization of African Unity right. Pan-African right. We not for fuss and fight. Root cause therapeutics. Root cause therapeutics. If you cannot identify the root, then all you're doing is putting a band-aid upon the symptoms. To know the symptoms and the cause of the symptoms, you must find the root cause of what the problem is. The root cause is evident. Imperialists, colonialists, capitalists, racists, Ku Klux Klan, whatever you want to call them, everybody know who them is. We stop going like we don't know who the enemy is or who the enemy of life is. We're not even talking about enemy as if we forgot to go fight, you know. This is not what we are identifying here. We are saying, listen, man. Over there, so if you go over there, so in a pure darkness, over there, so no go over there, so. You have a right to go in the direction you want to know. Rastafari, I don't want to talk too long, you know, because some people get funny when a man start deal out the truth and the truth come too heavy, and I go too deep, and I go too wide, and I go too high, and I go too inner. So I'm going to continue in a moment. I'm going to take a little break. Peace and love. Who? First of all, let me do a little disclaimer here, you know. When I enter into the earth by way of Greenwich Town, Jamaica, in Kingston, I did not come here to dismantle any system, any society, to disrupt any government. That I, Rastaman, do not come to destabilize any society or any system or any government. I come to live and let live. I come to love the life I live, and I can come to live the life I love. That's what I come for. So if anyone thinks that Iron Man, Rastaman, come to destroy Rastafari, that is a flat-out lie. Now, I will continue to ask this simple question. Who is Rastafari? I would like anyone from any of the mansion to answer that question for me. Who is Rastafari? The Ethiopians pronounce it Rastafari. Who is Rastafari? Now I will share with you who Rastafari, as told I Rastafari, is. Rastafari is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of Judah, of the root and the line of David, also known as Menelek, from the lineage of Menelek. Sheba, Makeda, who them call Sheba, and so on and so forth. I'm not trying to get into brilliance, I don't want to show people how brilliant I am. I want to keep it real simple. Who is Rastafari? That is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of Judah. Also known as Haile Selassie, Emperor Haile Selassie, His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia. Now that is the only one we me know as a Rastaman. That's the only Rastafari me know. Me don't know no other Rastafari. Now, does it mean that those who see themselves as Rastafari is wrong? No, it doesn't mean that at all. I'm just stating the technical and absolute truth of the fact of the matter. My mother called me, name me a different name. When me born, my mother give me a name, and my father name me, and that is who I am. But why do they call I man Rasta? Why does they say that Rasta there? Them used to say that dirty Rasta there. Why them call I Rasta? Simple. Because Marcus Garvey stood up and led the way to liberation and redemption. Him never called Rastafari. Him just said, look to Africa. Him never called Haile Selassie. Him just said, look to Africa. Him said, we're black. He said, up you mighty race, we can accomplish what we will. Marcus Garvey sowed the seed that later on became Rasta. Not Rastafari, The seed of Marcus Garvey sowed never later on become Rastafari, Because Rastafari born July. In the year which each of us, when you are Rasta, I believe is the year 1820 something. I don't want to speak out of turn, but because I don't stick on to knowledge like enough man stick on to knowledge, you know what I mean? I'm dealing with the essence of knowledge. Where knowledge really, I say. Not just what people hear. But Marcus Garvey never called no Rastafari. Marcus Garvey never called Haile Selassie. Marcus Garvey tell us who are being beat down, misrepresented, disappropriated, abused. And him said to us, up ye mighty race, we can accomplish what we will. And then begin to do a highly intelligent work. And as him do this work, him say some point within the, as him doing the work, him say, it's like the new faculty come to him. I call it the new faculty, guys, something that people don't really know. They know nobody can explain it. Or you going to explain, Jah? Explain, Jah, no? Who are going to explain, Jah, now? Live Jah or leave Jah alone. If you want to know Jah, live Jah. In Israel is his name great. In Judah he is known. That's what is written in your books, in your dogma. So Marcus Garvey said, look to Africa, my people. A king shall be crowned, a black king. And when that go down, that will be a sign and a symbol of our redemption. That's all Marcus said now. So who is Rastafari? His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie the First, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of Judah, is Rastafari. Are we Rastafari? We are not Rastafari. We are Rasta. That's who we are. We are Rasta. Because it's not like Rastafari come and get crowned, and when him sit on the throne, him sit on the throne as Rastafari, mocking it. No. The name that he had was given away. And we are the people that were called by his name. We are called by his name. This is why we are called Rastas. We are called by his name. So let's not get so zealous and upside down and mixed up as to who we are. We are obedient. We are the obedient ones. We are the faithful. Whether we manifest as Bobo, whether we manifest as Nyabingi, whether we manifest as 12 tribe, whether we manifest as EWF, whether we manifest, doesn't matter what we manifest as. We are faithful and we are true. And who is Haile Selassie? Defender of what? The faith. So let us not disgrace Marcus Garvey. Let us not disgrace His Majesty by being stiff-necked and stubborn and boastful as to what we do. Me do this and me do that, and a this me do, and a that me do. Stop it. His Majesty never said that. His Majesty always speak about we, us. You never hear His Majesty say, well, I. What I did for Ethiopia was I brought Ethiopia into the modern era. He said, we in Ethiopia. Kwame Nkrumah is an example of a man who refused all forms of accolades. Total devotion to the liberation of Africa and his people and his nation. So let us stop beating our gums up about stuff that's not relevant. Once again, every time you see me come off, and come back on, I can make everybody know why this is happening. Because I am, at the moment as I'm recording these recordings, you see, I am listening to my good brother, Aya Congo, speaking. And when he speaks on certain things, I come back in and speak on it to show the contrast. It is Malcolm X that have said, you don't have to force a man to drink and show a man say that water is the water for drink, Malcolm X said, all you do is take a clean glass of water and put it beside a dirty glass of water. And the man who is thirsty, I don't care how thirsty he is, I'm going to choose the clean glass of water. And I'm saying this because to say that let everyone know that is hearing my man's voice at this time, that we have all been drinking dirty water. All of we are drinking dirty water, so we don't come and go on like so we are drinking clean water and we cleaner than the next man. No, all of it dirty. All of it blood is dirty. So when my brethren spend him time in a solitary 9 years old time, 15 years, me know a personal boy, me are one of them the slave who quite frankly, you know, me that dead. Because me not tolerate certain things, you know. Because I go down with the truth and the right. Speak the truth, speak it ever, cause it what it will. I don't look down on that man. That man was brought in that path by the Almighty Jah, so that he can come and I can have a reasoning, and his experience can edify I man. And the Father carry me, the Most High carry me under the rock. So know that I come from under the rock, and I can share my experience of what it's like under the rock. So let us practice love to one another and remain in the eye of the storm. And who is not in the eye of the storm, don't be afraid. Come out of this storm, come out of the bands, and come into the eye of the storm. When you come in there, you see how peaceful and calm it is in there. Nothing is being slung around and nothing. It's just nice and peaceful in the eye of the hurricane. That's where we are. Marcus is there. His Majesty is there. Nani is there. Bogle is there. Every last one of our ancestors, past and present, recent past, is there. I shall return. When I saw the offsprings of my oppressors, the colonizers, I beat the kete drum, you know. I thought that was very, very disrespectful. Just like them say Bagawaya sell out Marcus Garvey for rice and peas. When that went down, them sell out Rastafari, or them sell out Rasta for food. Is a food them a eat. In the culture and tradition of Nyabingi, the drum is symbolic and carry powers according to the culture. So in that act, for those who are knowledgeable and are aware, when you allow them to do that, they have taken your power. That simple act, as simple as it looked to everybody, to most people, I shouldn't say everybody, is a transfer of power happened on that day. The same drum where we beat and throw fire upon the same colonizers' children's mother and father before them even born. Rasta are binging them out, are drum them out. And to see in these days and time that occur, I'm always very, very, very taken aback. You know, so that's what it was, my brother. You know, how can you look at, how can anyone look at JahBunny and say him come for destroy Rasta? He was one of the man out there protecting the artists them when them leave the yard for go abroad. Are you not listening to the chronicles that the man is telling of his life story? Do you even care about the truth? Because the way you are speaking as if the truth that you believe, and I say believe very strongly, because you're just speaking what you believe. But I would like for you to speak what you know. Because the man who leaves his home seeking after the Most High, the Lord, seeking after knowledge, seeks after the Lord. Now, who is the Lord? We know that Rastafari Makonnen, who is Haile Selassie, he is the Lord of Lords. So who is the Lord? You see it? He's the Lord of Lords. So who are the Lords? No, I and I. So the Lords who leave them home seeking after knowledge, seeks after the Lord. Who's the Lord? Haile Selassie. Who are the Lords? I and I. You see it? And who is Jah? Jah is the one who rules Haile Selassie, which is the Lord, and all of the Lords. I'll return in a moment. All praises again. I come not to disturb anyone, but to speak the truth. The truth as I have experienced it, not as I see it, but as I have experienced it, and my relationship with it. Concerning the delay of the next case, which was a pretty important, a very important case. The administrator, Aya Congo, moved for the case to be delayed on the grounds of showing mercy, because one of the main people that's involved in the case will be prosecuted, was going through some personal things, and so he said he feel like it should be delayed. He called for a delay. It wasn't a situation where he was asking for a vote. Those who feel like it should be delayed, and those who do not say aye or say nay. It wasn't a situation like that. He made a statement that he's decided to delay. He didn't say he wants to delay it for a month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months, month and a half. And JahBunny suggested that we don't need to delay the case. We need to go ahead and deal with the case. A court case is a court case. In the real world out here, if you had a court case and you were not able to attend, then you would have to supply an adequate reason to the court as to why you could not attend or participate in the proceedings. Outside of that, you would have to be in the court. My position on the delay, I agreed with both Aya Congo, and I stated that, and I agreed with both JahBunny that it should not be delayed. The grounds in which I agreed with the delay or the suspension of the case, however, was not on the grounds of mercy or anything like that. Because like I said, I don't know these people involved in it and what is going on in their lives outside of the tribunal. But I said that I would postpone and delay it. The main purpose, I voted to delayed is because we need to be fully prepared. It might take a month to prepare. It might take a month and a half to prepare. So I wanted to delay it based upon those reasoning, and when it would become active would be, to be announced. That was what it was said, and then we went on. There was no problem after that. Really and truly, that was not an issue. We went on and we discussed what we need to do, and we start pulling out evidence and who's going to be judge and who's going to be the prosecutors and who's going and how we was going to get. And we start talking about specific things that we were going to put in place and had to be done. So I do not understand why now this whole thing is being used as some kind of proof that JahBunny is trying to destroy Rastafari. I don't get the correlation here. Because if we're there to be a balance, then where is the imbalance coming from? Because I was there. And like I say, I heard both sides. JahBunny said, no, man, we don't need to suspend it. We need to move forward, no delay. And I said, well, I agree with the suspension or the delay because, we do need time to prepare. This first case that we had was it was a simple case, but look how touchy it was. And the things we experienced with it, we need to take the time to not make any mistakes. Any mistakes we made in the first case, we don't want to make those mistakes. And we want to have a clean, clear, cut, and concise thing. So, people need to be informed about the case, that they are being brought up on charge, etc. All of these things must be done. So, like I said, I don't understand why this is a problem now all of a sudden. All of a sudden now, because he called for a delay and JahBunny said no, and delay, but he's not telling you the other part, which is what I said. And he's not telling you the other part either, where we settled that. That was settled. We moved forward on putting things together and preparing for the case. That's all I have to say on that note. I'm going to continue listening. No one is attacking anyone in no way, shape, or form. No one is against His Majesty. His Majesty have come and lived his life, sat upon the throne, and is now a part of the history of the world. We, as Rastas, have recognized His Majesty as to who Him is, and we accept His Majesty. Whichever way one wants to see His Majesty is okay, because His Majesty said it is okay for us to see God any way, shape, or form that we desire to see God, and we all have the right to do that. So there's no issue with His Imperial Majesty here. I know that I have no issue with Haile Selassie. I love Haile Selassie. I love His Majesty. You may not see me with a picture of His Majesty pinned on my clothes or not like that. But I love His Majesty. So, those are petty arguments. Let us not do that. No one is trying to belittle anyone. Tried to talk with the administrator for the International Rastafari Tribunal. Tried to talk off the air. try to talk on the air to no avail. I mean, when a man tell us him done talk, you know, I mean, say him done talk, I mean, say don't come to me with nothing. If you got to come to me with anything I don't want to hear, that's what the man say, you know. So what are we to do? What am I to do? Disrespect the man and continue to, I'm not a hen. I'm not going to keep cackling. You know? And I'm not trying to be an alpha male and all them something. You know that? I'm just simply a man. And then I'm a Rasta man. On top of being a man, I'm a Rasta man. So I don't try to lead people. I'm not nobody's leader. And I'm not nobody's follower. That's the principle that Rasta live in. Rasta never follow one another. Rasta never lead one another nowhere. The development. Naya Bingi and the Bobo Shanti and all these things, these were developments of Rasta. When Rasta began to develop outside of Marcus Garvey, when Howell went up there and do what him set up, that's a development. You know, when the different leaders of the different houses decide to do what they do, the brethren were started 12 tribes. These came after Marcus Garvey. These are Rasta. This is the Rasta movement in development. And the Rasta movement is still developing. We as Rasta people ought not stand in the way of the development of the movement. As for, look not what your nation can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Now, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. That's John F. Kennedy. It is a good quote, yes. What if your country is corrupt? What if your country is an oppressor? What you want to do for them? At the end of the day, whether you're coming in the morning or the afternoon or the evening or in the highest point of night, John F. Kennedy was assassinated by his very government that he said, ask not what your government can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. He was assassinated by the same country. So we don't have to go into history and beat at each other intellect to talk about those things, man. If you're going to use those things, my brother, use it in its proper way, not just to prove a point that you may personally have and trying to prove. The new faculty is dealing with a new way of thinking. Not only of thinking, but a new way of behaving. Because remember, your faculty is that of thinking, and your faculty is also of your physical, your anatomy and physiology, and your biology. If you can't control your body, but you can control your mind, you're half power. If you can't control your body, but you can't control your mind, you're half power. The new faculty of thinking entails total control of the faculty. And that's all there is to it. No one is trying to destroy Rasta. And it's a shame that you should even think like that. Destroy Rasta? What are you talking about? Why would the Rasta man destroy himself? That does not make sense, my brother. Let's be more peaceful. Let's be more truthful. Let's take ourselves out of the equation and think about the people. Think about Rastas, not just your platform or who you are and what you have done. There was never I was never involved in a discussion where JahBunny, wanted to take away Aya Congo's acceptance of His Majesty in whatever way, shape, or form that he accepts His Majesty. That is not an issue. That is frivolous talk. That makes no difference. If you say His Majesty is God, if you don't say His Majesty is God, it's not going to liberate us. It's not going to bring us into liberation. If everybody say Selassie is God Almighty, we're still not liberated. So this is a very childish position to take. You can call Selassie whatever you want to call Selassie. It doesn't alter what Selassie is and who Selassie is. That's why you have the right to see God however you see God. His Majesty tell you that. And His Majesty further say, who am I? Who am I to deny a man his right to worship God in the way, shape, or form he seeks to worship God? His Majesty said that. Maybe a little slight paraphrase on that, but it's basically essentially what His Majesty was saying. But that's not an issue. To sit down and be discussing that kind of stuff is not helping us. Now, as far as being a donkey, and JahBunny being, what him say, a jackass, let us get this straight. I am a donkey. I agree to be a donkey. Don't get me wrong, I'm not offended by being a donkey. Because donkey and jackass are my brethren them same way. But I want you who is saying this, who is looking at I, a Rasta man, and I don't call you out of your name, you know. You're going to call I a donkey. I am honored to be a donkey. Because within your dogma, the Bible, upon the back of a donkey, the main character of the Bible, ride pan into the city. Now one donkey back him choose to ride pan. So why you think you are using the donkey in a negative and defamation way? You're really giving me my props, and I really appreciate love that, my brethren. You know, however, I wasn't looking for props, you know what I mean? I wasn't looking for you to big me up. But you big me up big time when you said, boy, me a donkey, because me love, hey man, Jack can ride for my back anytime, star. Anytime, any place, anyhow. As far as JahBunny being jackass, well, you do know, say, a jackass is part donkey and part horse. So, Jah come from my back for coming to the city, and JahBunny, since him have donkey in him, I'm named jackass, as you say, that means him have a piece of the donkey same way. So if him back halfway, all right. But you know, you must be the horse. You must be the horse. I kick up. And I make enough noise. So I don't know where to put the horse, you know, because I don't know if you want to be with the donkey, if you want to be with Jah, if you want really wishing him was a jackass. I don't know. I can't say. But based upon your words, you know, brethren, I'm just trying to assess your mindset, you know. Your mental state, because you claim that others is of a psychosis and is mad because of 9 years in solitary, and you know, but it coming like you still in a solitary. I don't get it, but I'm trying, you know, I'm trying. But I want to say this to you, Aya Congo. I forgive you, my brother. On a serious tip, wholeheartedly and sincerely. I forgive you, my brother, because I understand you're angry. You know, you're angry and you're upset. And I don't wish for you to be that way and to remain that way. So, you know, whether you accept my apologies for being one of the things that you are identifying as a cause for your present emotional state, you know, remember, you know, I'm apologizing in a sincere manner, not to you, the flesh man, you know. So don't get arrogant because of me saying apologize. Apologize because the donkey, you know, it will cause you to really be up in arms with yourself, according to what you're saying. None of it is true. You know, but I don't like to be connected with and be accused and all of stuff of a man's pain. So in order for a man to settle this now, I'm just saying to you sincerely, whether you accept it or not is another question. And if you don't, it doesn't really matter to me. And if you accept it, all good and well, you know. But what I am doing is for the Almighty. I speak the way I speak for Jah. Because I have nothing against you. I don't know you. I've never met you. What came to me was your works, and I saw it, and I was proud of you. And I said, let me go ahead and support that. That at the end of the day, I can go, that's all that happened between me and you. I saw you because I asked JahBunny, who is this guy? I want to touch him. I want to, you know, have a talk with him. JahBunny set it up. I'm on call and talk to you. Because at some point of talking to you, I said, I'm going to support you. And I'm supporting you. So I don't understand what you have a problem. I can't help you if you're not truthful about it. Because it's not about Rastafari. It's not about His Majesty. Stop trying to act like I come to disrupt Rastafari and disrupt His Majesty and make and control your brain. Your brain is in your head, brethren. And your head is on your shoulder. And my head is in my brain is in my head, and my head is on my shoulder. If I try to control you, your brain, which is in your head and your shoulder, who's controlling mine? So let's be reasonable, let's be wise in what we say, and let's put things in the proper context. And start, you know, it's okay. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. No one is perfect, but every man is required to improve. Improve on yourself every day, but don't try to be perfect. Because then that's what they call that narcissism. They call that being narcissistic. You can't blood cleat wrong. Well, I already know something can't wrong. And when me wrong, me own up to it. And when me not necessarily wrong, but me just know on target. Me say, thank you, brother, for putting me straight. And want me to go off a little bit, on the right, I'll come to the left, and you put me straight, Rasta. There was a time when I look at JahBunny, I said, JahBunny, look, our bridge in our Congo needs a little help, you know, because when we see how you answer people and I talk to people, we know there's something not right. So we say, we have to talk with you, man, because we have to iron sharpen iron, you know, because we're out there on the platform, and I said we are help people, and we can't appear to look hypocritical and look like we don't have no integrity or we're not trustworthy. So I said to JahBunny, we have to talk with Aya Congo, you know, because look like him need our help, man. And when we try to talk to you, man, you go off and start talk to me some funny bunny way. Now you come call JahBunny funny bunny. And then you are going like on some funny bunny way with we. But like I said, we are not here to speak to make you look bad or make you feel bad, but you keep coming with the same thing. Like you are at some kind of war. And it's not at war. That's why I remove myself from the platform, because I'm not at war with you. But at the same time, you can't wipe your foot for me, you know. And you can't give me poison feet and tell me it's a medicine, you know. It will heal me, you know. It will cleanse and purify me. You can't, you know what I mean? I'm not going to allow anybody to do that to me. So, you know, just take it easy, my brother, you know. Just don't worry yourself, man. Just keep doing your work. Keep doing your work, man. And if you want to speak with I, and you're going to speak with intelligence, you're going to speak with wisdom, and you're going to come off of this thing where you think somebody will try to control you. And if a dirty dependent, don't even seek a conference with I and I. Because we're not into that kind of thing, man. It's just going to be the same thing if I saw you come. And you don't know, so I and I don't come here if we attack you. You know that. You know that. But since you're allowed to come out just up on this front page just and all like this, we have to speak the truth. We're not gonna make up things. We are going to speak the truth, brethren. Be aware of that, that we are going to speak the truth. The truth. Not the truth, I see it, but the truth pertaining to whatever you say. All right, and this is why I am recording this thing like I'm recording. I'm putting out streams because I'm listening to you and I am answering you. And when the new faculty tell me to stop you from talking, I pause it and I put in my response. I'm responding to the donkey, where I have now become a donkey, to let you know I'm proud to be a donkey because it was upon my back Yeshua rode to come into the city. And JahBunny is related to I because I'm a jackass. You not relate to I and I. You not relate to donkey. Because you're a straight horse. You're a horse. Them no use donkey for fight war, A horse them use, a you them use. To kill your brother, go on your back and ride in a battle for slaughter your brother. Chop off him foot and chop off him hand and chop off him head. Then they use mule, Then they use jackass, Jackass too stubborn and donkey even more stubborn. Only the horse, you, my brethren, is cooperating with the colonialists, the capitalists and the imperialists. So this little piece is dedicated to the horse, coming from the donkey. And if I'm permitted to speak in behalf of the jackass, from the jackass also. So this is a horse show. And you're making a great production here. You're presenting yourself just in your nature of the horse. Hee! Never call you a fool. I say you're behaving like a fool. And you're behaving foolish. I am not on you. This is the donkey talking. I'm not on you. So I don't have to back off or nothing. When I back off of you, as you would say, I take myself off of your platforms. So I'm no longer on your platforms. But you don't control nothing in the world, my brother. You're Aya Congo. And you have only control over Aya Congo and the things that you have created or invented, your different platforms. I came off of it. So you can say what you want to say about man for back off of you. I'm not on you, brother. I'm responding. I've already told you accept the donkey business. Okay? Eat it before you go upstairs. All right? Okay, sweetie. So peace and love, my brother. You're still my brother. You're still my brother. You may not be my brethren, but you're still my brother. Okay? I have all kind of brothers, I have some brothers that hate me, I have some brothers that look like, we ought to call them Caucasians. I have some Caucasian brothers, I have some Oriental brothers too. I have some Indian brothers, and they worship me. And I shouldn't say really worship. They recognize me, who I am. And they show it. They're not afraid to show me that they know who I am. So it's okay, my brother. Everything is cool, man. We love you, man. I just love where I deal with, We not deal with nothing else but love, Jah love where I deal with, brethren. Jah love. Children, yeah. Jah love. Children, yeah. Go back and listen to the music, brethren. Do you know what Rasta really are dealing with? See? Peace and love. You have the 12 tribes. You have Nyabingi. You have Bobo Shanti. I just going to use them three right now. Just them three there. Do you think Nyabingi and the 12 tribes and the Bobo them can sit down and govern themselves together? Together as Rasta? Do you think the African nations in Africa could come together as African nations, all the leaders, Think all, because the leaders we are talking about, Okay, if you go to the African people, they will come together in a heartbeat and work together for a better Africa. Do you think the leaders of Africa would all come together and create their own United Nations and create their own monetary system? Remember, they murder Gaddafi for that, So when you are talking about the new faculty, and you're acting like a new faculty is such a frivolous thing, and like it is just something that, everybody did, everybody that, you act so childish. The new faculty that Rasta is talking, remember, the new faculty I is talking about, it has nothing to do with what you're thinking. So it's okay. But don't belittle what we are saying here. Because JahBunny didn't come up and said to himself, new faculty of thinking, And Father commissioned him. And Father see that he himself had fucked up. Excuse the language, but just have to express it that way there, Like what Peter has said, sing the song, Bumbleclot, oh rasclot. So when the spirit them try to come for him and hold him down on the couch, the only way him could have get up out of it, him would have cussed them. Him let out one big bumbleclot. Move your bumbleclot, and I saw him go evil to come out of it. So when you see the Honorable Kumi realize that him fuck up, and when him look around him and Jah inside of him point to JahBunny and him give the light to JahBunny, we are not saying anything new. Faculty is faculty. But we as a people, that includes Rasta people, but we as a people, meaning black people, are locked into an old faculty where we give the power to other people. The power to do what? To build educational systems for us. The power to do what? To build agricultural systems for us. The power to do what? To build industrial systems for us. The power to do what? To build health systems for us. The power to do what? To build housing systems for us. The power to do what? To acquire, give us whatever land them choose to give us. Market Garvey said we can accomplish what we will. Question is, what are we willing here? The new faculty of thinking is saying we are now going to think 360 degrees different than how we had been thinking before. What is so difficult to understand in that? Do you have the courage? Do all of us have the courage to look at one another and just support each other. Unite together. Not foolishly, but with intelligence. So if you're going to build a security system, why don't you build a security system for real? Come all together. Stop talking about who are going to get this and who are going to be in a disposition. Everybody going to get in where they fit in. Wherever you're needed and whatever skills you possess, that's what you bring to the table to make this unity and harmonious one, to make this movement a progressive and a successful one. That's what the new faculty is requiring. But the new faculty is also saying if you cannot do that, it's okay. Keep doing what you're doing. But don't waste your time looking over here at the new faculty and saying, oh, we're not chatting foolish. You just come to destroy Rasta. No. Kumi was a Rasta man. So why would he be trying to destroy Rasta? Why would he put something out to destroy Rasta? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to this man. I don't know, man. Maybe it makes sense to some other people that may hear these recordings, and I would hope that they would express themselves and explain how that makes sense. You know, why would Martin Plano try to destroy Rasta through his son, JahBunny? Why would he try to do that? Why would he even think of doing some stuff like that? I don't understand. I don't get it. You know, like I said, I've been under the rock, so maybe I'm just incompetent to what the Rasta outside, you know, or the Rasta where they on top of the rock. Until I deal with it, I don't know. But all I know is what I know of Rasta. You know, Rasta is peace, perfect peace, and love, perfect love. That was the first thing that drew me to Rasta. Because what Rasta presented to I, when I asked the question, what is this Rasta thing? The person I asked it to said, well, Rasta is peace and love, you know. I said, peace and love. I said, yeah, peace and love, man. Everything level, everything balanced. And I said, wow, I love that. That sounds like a good thing. That's what I would like to deal with and feel, you know, and vibes that. And years later, I hear a man sing. As the man vibration, yeah, positive. Not one of my seats shall sit on the sidewalk and beg your bread. No, they won't, and you know that they won't. Oh, verily, verily, I say unto thee, I night oneself and live in unity. I said, wow, man, I sing some things, man. That the world want to know. Then I become a songwriter. So I don't know these things that I hear going on about man who come for destroy Rasta and I'm a donkey. I don't mind being a donkey because I know the significance and the symbolism of a donkey. You know? Slow stepping, easy walking, cool moving, you know? Christ himself even said, I can ride on the but that the beast me want to sit down upon and come in. So I don't understand the other things I hear being spoken, and like I say again, I don't come to disturb anyone, and that's why I take myself from over there, because I don't come to disturb anyone. So when I feel like someone is disturbing I'm on spirit and I'm on soul, then I know that is the fork in the road, you know. So I have to allow that man to go his way, and then I go my way. And that's the end of that. Everybody just have to deal with the outcome of whatever we choose. Because we do have the power to choose. But they say, sow what you want to reap, you understand? Because we all will reap what we sow. So make sure that what you're sowing is what you want to reap. You don't sow things you don't want to reap, you know? Yeah. So sow what you want to reap, man. Let's just stop cursing each other and cursing at each other and calling each other out our names and all them things. Just stop it, because let the water go under the bridge and keep going. Get some fresh water, upriver, we're coming and catch that, and let's just refresh ourselves and rebuild ourselves, heal ourselves, and build ourselves, and move forward into liberation, Let us do that. I would request that. I'm not telling nobody if you do that. I'm just requesting. I would request that of Aya Congo. Let's just move forward, man. I cannot be there, but, as long as you are doing the positive things, I will try in whatever in my power to help you, but it's not you I'm helping you. Get that straight, I jam me helping you, brethren. And you may help. So when you step out of line and things, I have to let you know, Because jam me helping, not you. Don't take it up, just be easy, man. Take it easy, brethren. Take it easy. Take it easy. No need to worry. Just take it easy, See? One love, brother. The first time when I spoke with, started speaking with Aya Congo, after asking JahBunny to give me the links to him, I remember having a reasoning with Aya Congo, introducing myself to him, that I got his number from JahBunny over in the UK. And I also told him that I understand that he is the Minister of Information. And at that time, Aya Congo told me, he says he's not JahBunny's Minister of Information. He's Chief Aya Congo, and he gave me some other stuff. But I found that very strange at the time when he said that, because in my mind, if JahBunny is telling me that he's Minister of Information, and then when I speak to him, he denies that title. Because you can still be Chief Aya Congo and still be Minister of Information, So because one thing we got to understand about how life run, life run on a principle of interconnected and interdependent. So you see, the 12 tribe of Israel, the 12 tribe, Rasta, house, and the Bobo Rasta house, and the Nyabingi Rasta house, have to realize that they are all interconnected and interdependent on each other. That's the law of life. So when he said that to me, he's not the Minister of Information. And him start telling me who him is and what him, all this stuff. I thought it was strange, but I really didn't pay too much mind, because to me it was, I didn't see it as an important or really significant, but in retrospect, I remember when him said that back to me that he's not that, I remember now how I felt. I didn't feel good, but because I never really knew JahBunny, and I never really knew Aya Congo, I just left it alone and didn't really made any big deal out of that energy. But to hear him say that right now, it coming like it's something where he never said before to JahBunny. And I think he should have told JahBunny that from the beginning and made no bones about it, that I am not, and I do not desire to be, Minister of Information for you and what you are presenting or representing. But it seems as if he never told JahBunny, say, I saw him feel. Because I'm quite sure, I'm not 100%, because I don't know what a man will say or do, But I feel like from what I have known of JahBunny, from my brief affiliation with him, I'm quite sure he would have stricken that from his vocabulary and said, well, boy, if you don't want to be that, if you don't want to be considered that, and so on, so I'm not going to even refer to you as that. Me just see you as a man down the way, keep me up to date on things. What's going on. Now, if he sees that as an agent, then what is a Rasta to do then? If me there in a UK and you there in a Jamaica and next man there in a Brazil and the next man in a South Africa and the next man in a Barbados, the next man in a Trinidad. So how is the man in the UK going to know what going on in a Barbados, going to know what going on in a Trinidad? Unless Rasta man down there are, you eat pork. You live the life that is contrary to the image that you're portraying and the words come out of your mouth. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what Aya Congo is doing. I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just speaking in a contrast because I'm trying to desperately understand the energy and the context and the position which Aya Congo is coming from. And I don't understand it because, like I say, I remember when I bring it to him first and say, he's not no minister of information. He is Aya Congo and he's the chief of Rise On and some other thing we mentioned. Because so many of the things when I do, a lot of times I don't kind of come swift to my head, It was just, as I was getting involved in this tribunal, is the most I've ever gotten involved with him. I've never gotten involved with him no deeper than, well, like I said, I supported him. I supported him. I don't have to speak of how I support him. I don't have to do that. I have to know that I supported him. And he knows what I'm talking about. And if you want to open the mouth and chat about it, I am in business. But it's not I will never speak of it. All one need to know is that I, Rastaman, support him. And everything that him is doing. I don't have to speak on it. Jah know and him know and I know. Trinity. Right, this up. So I'm just letting the people know, So when you talk like that, you're not a minister of information. I just want the people to understand the context in which I were involved. And I believe the context in which JahBunny was speaking. It's just you're down there. If you want to know what's going on in UK, then JahBunny is the Minister of Information for you. Because you're not there, you're not in London, you're not in UK, you're not in Birmingham, you don't know what's going on over there, so. So, he can keep you informed. So it's a vice versa thing, interdependent and interconnected. This is the new faculty. We recognize that we are interdependent and interconnected, and we will not allow anything to sever that. The old faculty are thinking, eat a food can sever that quick. Come on hungry, I'm going to eat a food now, so I'm going to make the snake and the dragon and them take him ketchup and beat it. Because I'm going to eat a food. Well, just go put on a show now, man. All the Rasta man, them put on a show in Jamaica now. And eat a food now. All the Rasta man them there abroad, organizing themselves with the Rasta man them, with up on the island them, and all of them come together and put on a show on every island now, and every Rasta man eat a food, take the funds from that and divide it amongst all the Rasta factions, wherever they may be. So every Rasta man can eat a food. And the colonizers and their children don't have to come beat food, Kete, so we can eat food. It's a spiritual and sacred drum, So let's not be like insane asylum type people, you know what I mean? Like don't know whether we're coming or going and shit like that, you know what I mean? Let's get rebel now. Rebel against who? Not Babylon. Rebel against yourself, man. Me don't even allow myself to be my friend. Because the whole concept, ideology and philosophy of friend, are your friend going to betray you? Didn't Brutus betray Caesar? And when Caesar realized that Brutus had stabbed him, he said, Et tu, Brute? You too, Brutus? You too, Brutus? I thought we was one. I thought we were friends. I just want everybody to keep their mind focused on the essence of things and not on the bullshit you see going on. Stay focused, stay firm, stay black, stay conscious, preserve your brain, protect your intelligence, reward your genius. Rastafari. When it comes to the woman, I could be wrong, but I never hear JahBunny disrespect no woman like how Aya Congo disrespect a woman. I hear JahBunny say, him no follow woman. Well, if you overstand, me tell my wife that, me tell my wife that already, me have to tell my wife is an American woman, out of one very serious part of America, I remember, me there with her now over 45 years, me and her married. I remember one of them days, I have to look upon her and say, me I'm a Yankee, In other words, I'm not an American man. I'm a Jamaican. I may not really deal with women like how you want me to deal with you. I know you want me to allow you to deal with me, I tell her that. That's the most me hear JahBunny say. That him no really listen to woman like that. I never hear him cuss a woman out. I never hear him say, take something and put in your body. I never hear him call a woman a dog. I may be wrong now. I maybe not hear the show where him call woman dog and tell a woman, say them to take whatever them have and push it in them behind. I hear Congo say these things. To a woman. So this is why I'm saying, people, don't be confused. Learn how to discern between falsehood and truth. Simple.
Were you the one that created that court to take care of the victims' issues? No. Were you the one that opened that Irish court in order to address Mama Faye's issues that has been sitting there for all these years? No. Is it you that has opened a court for people to bring forward their case, victims? No. You're only being asked to get involved. So, you coming on this line talking this sophistic bullshit as if you're somebody that's, taking care of people and the EWF is this. The fucking world don't revolve around the EWF, So don't think that every time, somebody choose to make a different move, you think that the EWF is better than them or the EWF, is some savior. What the fuck is you doing? Don't text me with that bullshit reverse psychology nonsense, man. I'll tell you, go fuck off. What's wrong with you? You think I have time for this bullshit? Huh? On this feed, you playing fucking games? Go play games with someone else, Merkaba. Don't fuck around with Aya Congo, yo. Don't push me. It's my Earth Strong tomorrow. I'm going to have a lot of changes happening in my life. Don't be one of them. Don't fuck around with me and don't push my buttons, right? Talking about if I have a problem with taking care of victims and all kind of shit. Shut your ass up. Don't talk to me like that. And I ain't going to sit around and have you disrespect me. That's what I'm telling you. Wherever I find elitism, I bung it out, Find it in the EWF, in you. And I bun you out, because guess what? You think being EWF make you better than other fucking people. I bun you out for that. Rastas, IAV and all of them, elitist motherfuckers, I bun them out same way. Them think them better than other people. Yeah? You walking that road, daughter, and I'm not walking that road with you. I'm not here to push up myself like Ethiopian World Federation is a result and the solve it all of every fucking thing, right? And I don't think Rastafari, the movement, is to solve it all of every fucking thing either, right? So you go in and solve every problem and pick up everything and put it on your plate. Eat up, dog. That can easily be arranged, daughter. We have secretaries. You think we don't have people to do paperwork? Don't puff yourself and feel like you're above being removed from the group, or that you're so, you can't be, you can't be obsolete. Daughter, all of us can be obsolete. People could be tired of me and want me off of that damn court. So don't even think you're beyond that. We resolved the issue yesterday, or we told you our feelings about that issue yesterday. And you're still going to bring that shit back up to me this morning or today to start poking. Oh, we're trying to help the victims and compensate. Horse shit. You're not going to do nothing but put this text on this phone here and start some bullshit to me. What kind of compensation you going to get? You don't even know where the fucking guy is. The person that texts you don't know where the guy is. How you going to compensate somebody for a crime you didn't commit? Huh? They can't find the fucking guy that did the crime. The dude is checking you to see if you can locate him. So what the hell are you talking about compensating victims? You start off with the Messiah. That's wonderful. That's good job you're doing. Then you come around with the sledgehammer and as far as the case yesterday. Take that case and shove it up your ass until it brings you pleasure or relief. Nah, man. You can't be thinking you're better than people and smarter than fucking me. Don't try that shit, daughter. I will disrespect you the same way you're using your little brain here to think you could disrespect me. Take that case and shove it. We don't want to hear about Hugo Bugo. Let them solve Hugo's case. They took it to the police already. Them and Hugo and whoever can solve that shit. You want to take it up on your head? You take it up as EWF and you solve that shit. This court case is here for people who reported the case to this court. That's what we're talking about. Reported the case to the court. We want to hear their voice. We want to know the person. You back online here talking about the case, and you ain't present the person that we told you to bring towards this. So stop talking to me about the goddamn case that you ain't bring the people to the court to represent. You there taking charge of case like you're a lawyer. You're a lawyer?
JahBunny, I got a call from Aya Congo this morning because I was posting on the platform. He was sending me some messages. Like it was like a joke thing. They were joking about, I don't know, some donkey shit. And anyway, I put it on the platform, but he didn't see it until this morning, I guess, or whatever. But anyway, I was just saying, when he called me, I told him, stand on that shit. Stand on that shit you're talking. Or just stop. Because I'm not knowing what to share, what not to share. I can't live with those kind of rules. You tell me something and you don't say this is private or something like that. It's a joke thing. I told you it was a joke thing. I told you that this whole thing was a joke. It was like some entertainment. I told him we're going to use this for some entertainment. In the meanwhile, I'll be working because at the end of the day, I'm not here for the entertainment of it. I'm really not. That's the reason why I will assist when I'm not busy. Simply, when I'm not busy, when I take a break, and then I'll come over there and I'll watch your show. I laugh at your show. You make me laugh. I watch your show. You make me laugh. It's like a sitcom, and then you have Chief Aya Congo coming on there saying all this and saying all that. But see, when you don't want something out there, don't do it. I don't understand when people do things. If you don't want people to see it, don't do it. It's just that simple. I'm waking up, and this man is yelling at me like it's 6 o'clock in the morning, bro. Like, come on. I don't got time for that type of shit. I don't have that type of time for it. And there's even voice messages over there that I haven't even listened to yet. I'm not one of these people that jump sides. I'm on this person's side. I'm on this person's side. I'm on every black person's side. I don't support disunity. I don't support separation. I don't care what you believe in. You want to say you're the Rasta ambassador, and then you want to say you don't believe in Rastafari. I don't care. None of that shit don't mean nothing to me. Us helping each other out the most and best way that we can, non-partisan, is the best thing that I'm here to do. Support everyone, no matter who you are, no matter where you're at, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you believe. A lot of these motherfuckers is just flat out crazy. They need the most support ever. So I'm here as a servant of the Most High, Haile Selassie. Whether you believe him or not, that's our king. That's the last black king of Ethiopia. Whether you believe it or not, yeah, the shit was destabilized for a while, but I'm motherfucking here. And I'm motherfucking here to stay. So I'm here to help everybody. And a lot of people don't like that shit. They don't like that shit. They don't want nobody to help, and they don't want nobody to chant his name. But oh well, that sounds like a personal problem to me. And like I said, if you don't like something that you're doing, stop doing it. And the motherfucker won't be talking about it. I'm not the one that has to be diplomatic. Really and truly, I'm not the one. We have other people on our council that can be way more diplomatic than I. If I want to curse and carry on, okay, fine. But you can't be up here talking about you're nonpartisan and you're going to help everybody, and then you want to make fun of what people want to believe or make fun of what people want to do. I ain't here for all of that.
Yeah, Merkaba, really and truly, that looks like it's a sabotage move for putting a post or posting the info that was privately sent to you and not in this group. Every bit of information that I want to put in this forum will be put in this forum. The I seems to have an agenda to mess around with that platform. By posting what is going on outside with me and JahBunny into that platform, you're violated. You're sabotaging the platform. Yeah. And I know that I feel like you've gotten, the women on the platform, now it's the Ethiopian World Federation thing, when that wasn't your initiative at all, right? I came up with that idea, right? To do this for the women. I created that from my head when I heard the pain and suffering my sisters was going through. The inspiration came to me to do a women's support group. How is it the Ethiopian World Federation now takes that and it comes out of the IRIT's court? This is an IRIT's business. And you asked me if you should do that. And I said, IRI. You asked if you should put our name on that, and I said IRI, and you still excluded us and made it an exclusive Ethiopian World Federation project. That's really scurvy, You got to be careful how you deal with Aya Congo. And I'm very upset that you posted that information that was sent to you privately into that group. That's a saboteur's move. A lot of people could have left that forum because of what you did. And you know that too. So don't tell me if I don't want people to know about it, I should stop doing it. It's everything that I'm doing in the world that people should have in that forum. Yeah, I shit. I do shit in my toilet. I do it every day. So does that mean that because I'm doing it, people should know about it? And if I don't want people to know, I shouldn't do it? But I don't want you to know when I'm shitting in my toilet. I'm supposed to expose that because I'm doing it? Nonsense. Shit is happening with me and JahBunny outside, and JahBunny's attacking me. And you're putting one-sided shit on the platform, right? I know what you're doing, Merkaba. That's some fucked up shit you did. You heard me? Check your fucking self. You heard me? Very disrespectful of you to do that. Yeah, man. Very disrespectful. Man, what the hell are you doing putting that on the platform? Who gave you that right? You're a clerk of court. You're supposed to be over here dealing with information that's presented to the court, not coming to force stuff I'm doing outside into the court platform. Where the hell does that fit on the court platform? Acting like you're retarded. You're not stupid, daughter. You're very intelligent. You know what you're doing when you do what you do. Yeah.
This is why the new faculty is so important. Because deep within each and every one of us, they have a thing called the intrinsic factor. The only way you can recognize the truth is if you have the intrinsic factor of the truth within you. The only way you can see love is if you have the intrinsic factor of love within you. So you cannot absorb truth. Truth cannot come into you if you do not have that intrinsic factor. You cannot receive love if you do not have the intrinsic factor of love within you. The intrinsic factor is a very minute, it's very small, like the size of a mustard seed or a grain of sand. You have to have that amount of truth within you in order for truth to come within you and find a home within you. You cannot absorb truth. You cannot absorb love. You cannot absorb mercy if you do not have the intrinsic factor of these things inside of you. So therefore, you cannot absorb the new faculty of thinking if you do not have the intrinsic factor of the new faculty of thinking within you. And the blueprint and the framework for it is there, but you have to activate it. Only way you can activate it is with clean hands, a pure heart, and your cleansed mind. Your mind has to be cleansed. We are tired of Babylon. We don't want no more Babylon. The secret or the key to getting Babylon, rid of Babylon, is this. Out of mind, out of sight. When you cleanse your mind of Babylon, then Babylon removes itself from you. Voluntarily. Babylon will say, there's nothing here for us. Let us leave these people alone. Contrary to that, Babylon may say, make we genocide them people here. Well, that is where the intrinsic factor step up its mode. Because we have powers beyond the knowledge of Babylon. You see? How you think Bookman and Toussaint Louverture defeat the French? You think him defeat the French because they were so powerful? They have so much weapon? How you think the Melanesian people of the island, the Solomon Islands and the island of Miakamuki defeated Rio Tinto, Papua New Guinea, and Australian and British forces? How do you think them defeat them and get control of their lands and country? That's the last modern revolution. The coconut revolution. Please go and Google it, please. The coconut revolution. The island of Bougainville. The Aboriginal name of the island is Miakamuki. That is where you find King Solomon's mines. That is where King Solomon get all the gold from when he go to Africa and build the temple. It's in the Solomon Islands. The Solomon Islands is a part of the Melanesian Islands. So we are talking new faculty of thinking. You know, we're not psychopathic. There's nothing wrong with JahBunny brain and nothing wrong with my brain. We're good. We're good, may I tell you. We're good. All we want to see is Rasta come together in unity, so that we can stand as one. We don't have to do like what them say, absorb one another. No. Naya Bingen have a giant 12 tribe, and 12 tribe have a giant Naya Bingen. Boban have a giant Naya Bingen, and 12 tribe, and That's the old faculty of thinking, and that's what has kept us apart, because we're all believing that we need to dissolve this and dissolve that. No, why are you going to dissolve something that already is? What is. It is what it is. Let us work together in perfect harmony and in perfect unity. That is a God order. The Almighty Jah has ordered us to do this. Jah has ordered us to adopt a new way of thinking, where we only think of Jah, where we only do what Jah tells us to do. And we do not entertain fear. And we do not try to see who is the bravest, but we must all build our courage and build our faith. The more we work together, the more faithful we become. The more we work together, the more stronger our faith grows. The sky will not open, and chariots are not coming out of the sky. And no one is coming to save us or to save anybody. Allah is not coming for the Muslim to save the Muslim. Because Allah is within the Muslim, and the Muslim need to go and check Allah inside themselves and move according to the will of Allah. Yahweh is not coming to save nobody. Because Yahweh is within those who are Yahweh worshippers and followers. Go inside and become the manifestation of Yahweh. Move with dignity and righteousness, brotherly love and sisterly love. Krishna is not coming to save no one. He is within all of the Hindus people. Buddha is in all of the Buddhist people. Let us all lift our Buddhas within us up. Lift our Christ within us up. Lift our Allah within us up. And the Yahweh is within us up. And when you study all of these, they are all saying the same exact thing. They are all saying the same thing. Buddha tell the Buddhist the same thing. But Allah tell the Muslim, find peace within yourself and be devoted to life and love and righteousness. Krishna tell them the same thing. That's why I find it hilarious, because I don't understand these people. Like, what are we doing? We are trying to see who can serve God better. And God is trying to serve everybody, because nobody can serve God better than God served. The greatest server is the Almighty. Who can serve better than Jah? Jah is the greatest and the best server. So allow Jah to serve. And when just a new faculty of thinking, don't look upon the messenger and say the messenger don't know what he must say. Because so-and-so said new faculty long time, and the people in South Africa have their own idea what new faculty is. What is this? What is this? Allow Jah to serve us. For the Muslim, allow Allah to serve you. For the Buddhist, allow Buddha to serve you. For the Christians, allow Christ to serve you. Be Christ. Be the Christ. If you see Haile Selassie as God, then be Haile Selassie. Not in physical flesh, because that is ludicrous. Be Haile Selassie in spirit and in truth. And that, no dogma say. The Bible says, no one dogma say. The Almighty said, worship me in spirit and in truth, and pray without ceasing. Now that's it. Okay, so one love. I think I will end right there, because what Aya Congo is saying now, I think I've answered enough. I just want to make sure that all the points that he was ranting about, I was able to cover it. My apologies for seeming like I am, forcing myself on others. I'm not. That's not the process. I just didn't want to sit down and try to remember, or sit down and write out this and then answer. No, as he was speaking, I'm listening. And when the Spirit tell me to answer, I spoke upon it. So this is why you see it in so many little pieces. Because I want it to be, make sure I rebut. It's a rebuttal. And when he's speaking, I'm looking at his speaking as an affidavit of truth and fact. And if you rebut an affidavit of truth and fact, it must be done word for word and line for line. So that is why you see the audio like this, okay? My brethren and my sisters, stay strong, stay pure, continue to purify and cleanse your minds, continue to purify your hearts, and stay diligent, keeping your hands clean. Sometimes we all might have a lapse in judgment, and the devil and the evil and the weakness may slip in. But at the moment you realize that you have had a lapse of judgment, correct yourselves. And if anyone is harmed by your lapse of judgment, or if you have offended anyone because of your lapse of judgment, don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel too proud. Correct yourself with the individual or with the group or with whoever it is. This is the new faculty of thinking. In the new faculty of thinking that Rasta embraces, there's no such thing as being embarrassed, because that's the old faculty of thinking. Embarrassment causes injury. When one is embarrassed, it will cause them to injure others. See? Because embarrassment is a form of denial. Just look at the truth. Love the truth. Love wisdom. Love understanding. And don't be afraid of knowledge, because knowledge is free. Let's give it to one another. Let iron sharpen iron. Let us strengthen each other. And that is the way of the new faculty of thinking. And that is without apology. You don't cut corners, you know. You don't put off what you can do today until tomorrow. That's the new faculty. This has been known before. We just have not been practicing it. We must do all that we know that we must do. Each and every one of us know what we must do. We must cooperate with each other. We must work together. And we must cooperate with each other and work together sincerely. That's why clean hands and a pure heart is so important. Because if we don't have clean hands and a pure heart, we're not going to be able to work together with sincerity. We would still be trying to deceive each other, trying to use each other to accomplish personal goals and all that kind of thing. We must move as one. We must think as one. We must speak as one. We must build as one. So speaking as one means we're going to have to destroy certain words. We're going to have to do that. Certain words we must not use. So anyway, listen, peace and love, that's for another time. Instructions on the new faculty of thinking is for another time. Until then, I want to say thank you for listening and for hearing, for looking, and for seeing. Much love, much gratitude. One perfect peace, one perfect love. You know, JahBunny, on the issue of truth, you know, truth is infallible. Because whether you run truth forward or backward, it's the same thing. Whether you flip truth inside or out, it's the same thing. Whether you turn it upside or down, it's the same thing. Truth is infallible. So you know what a man do inside of himself should be what him do inside of the world. This is a new faculty. Once someone have to get it, them not get it, and it rough on them, boy, because it means that, boy, if you do certain things inside of you, you know, and you can't do it in the world, then why are you doing it? And them think they have to trash, and them think they have to stop. Because whichever way I am in the dark is the same way I should be in the light. And whichever way I am in the light It's the same way I should be in the dark. No compromise. This is 100% in the light. Then when you go into the dark, yes, you are the same 100% light in the dark. You don't change because you're in the darkness. And you don't change because you're in your light. If you notice, if you see the moon in the daytime, you just see the moon. You don't see no light from the moon because the sun is more dominant. But no, if you take away the sun, then you will see the light of the moon. But it's still dark. So that means that even when the sun comes, that means that the darkness is still there. And that people not get, So whichever way a man walk, when him go to the north, and whichever way a man behave, when him go to the north, and when him go to the south, him should walk the same walk, talk the same talk, as him did in the north. So that when those who know him in the north and the south, when him go to the west and the east, and somebody say, the Monday is this and the Monday is that, the people in the north and the people in the south know who that man is. That's why, I will encourage each and every Rasta to just sit down for a moment. Don't try to relate to the new faculty of thinking. You see, that is where we make a mistake. Because we try to relate, and the only time you can relate to something, you have to use your old faculty of thinking. So in other words, it's the things that you have in archive, which in the old faculty of thinking, that you will use to look at the new faculty of thinking and try to relate. However, the new faculty of thinking is operating on another level of principles and precepts. So, it is very important to just take it easy on yourself and remain calm and just listen to that very faint and subtle voice within you, because that is your master. That voice does not belong to you. The voice that you speak to men and people with, you're imitating that voice inside of you. You're just repeating what that voice is telling you. So when your hands are clean and your heart is pure and your mind have been cleansed, that voice inside of you will tell you pure things. Like your heart will tell you and show you and give you clean instructions like your hands. And will give you clean things like your mind. The more dirty your mind is, the more corrupt your mind is, and the more dirty your hands are, and the more unpure your heart is, then the voice within you will accommodate you based upon those imaginations that you have, that you put upon your hand, the imagination that you put upon your mind, the imagination that you put upon your heart, which is your intuition. This is what the new faculty is dealing with. It's not dealing with no outside way. It is geared towards external transformation. But it is based upon the principle of I am, as well as the law that all things visible emanates out of all things invisible. It's not the other way around. So we must revere the origin of the visible thing, what we call material world or material nature. We must give thanks and praise for the unseen to bring us the seen. And then we should cultivate righteousness, goodness, goodwill, and exercise of things amongst ourselves so that when we return to the unseen, we will be rejoicing and glorifying the new discoveries that we have discovered during this scene, this material world, and looking forward to returning to our source. It's a beautiful thing, you know. Let us be who we are for real. Let us not worry about what we're doing inside the house and somebody outside the house could talk and what we're not doing at the house. Well, if you're doing righteousness in the house, to speak of what you're doing in the house should not be a problem. You know, what I speak in, we should never have secret. Secret is not nothing for have. Secret cause problems. You know, problems. We should reason things out, but we call it, Rasta call it suss it out. We have to suss it out. You know? What's the cipher? Cipher it, man, you know. Solve it, you know. Rastafari. JahBunny, keep moving, keep doing the thing, man, because you do the right thing, brethren. God bless you.